Well, let's get straight into this 15 seconds earlier, shall we? Hello, Ben. Good to see you. Very, very busy, very tiring. Yeah, take a holiday, mate. Take a holiday. I've been okay. Things are going the same sort of way as they always went. and I am looking forward to my holiday, though, in 8 weeks now, I think. I need to get away for a while. Put my feet up and go back and revisit some places that I miss. So I'm doing okay. Good to see you. I nearly texted you the other day, Ben. But I went to make a cup of tea, came back, did something else with FM, and then completely forgot. So I'm glad to see you here. It is very good to see you, mate. You've missed the chaos here, though. You've missed the chaos. I mean, look at this. You can see it here. We've been pretty appalling. In fact, we were actually really good. But if you look, Ben, at what Juventus did before we got here, they were in a dreadful state. And then I arrived, and that's what happened. And we had to grind those results out. We really ground those results out. And then this happened. And I just do not understand why nothing I seem to do in game actually worked. Starting to recover now a little bit, I think, in the last episode, but not good enough for my liking. I'm hoping that I made an error in either the Fiorentina game or the Panathinaikos game, because one of those two I told the players to trust the process. And then the very next game, I started messing with the tactics. So I'm kind of hoping that it was my fault and that we can repair the damage now. We shall see. We got big game today, the round of 16 of the Europa League. The board expect us to win that. We're a goal behind. And can we recover? In the meantime, firstly, we'll play Genoa, and then we have to play Sassuolo. These are not easy games now. When we were flying, I'd be very, very positive and thinking we're going to win every game. But it all went wrong. So now I think slowly we have to get ourselves back into this. Injury-wise, we're okay. It's not so bad. In fact, we have a clean bill of health at the moment, which is pretty good. And there are 27. How many games do we play? 38. There's 11 games left in the season. I'm still hopeful we'll get into a European place. We shall have to see how long that goes. 46, we're 41. A couple of results, it'll all change. But what I do know is it's been very hard. Even when we were winning all those games, we still couldn't get in the top 7. So these teams are not, in no way are they relenting. They just keep winning. So we just have to do what we can. The club vision, they're pleased. We've reached the latter stages of the Europa League. They says pleased because we are on course to reach the quarterfinals. I don't think they'll be pleased. Good evening, Andy. I don't think they'll be very pleased if we don't reach the quarterfinals. This is the funniest one. Given that they were 15th when I took over, we went on that run. They're still telling me, please be aware that in the unlikely event of the club being relegated, we would be unable to consider keeping you in the role. So get near the relegation zone, pal, and you will be sacked. This is tough when you're managing a top team. And then we have to reach the latter stages of the Coppa Italia, which we've done. I think we got knocked out of that already, didn't we? Yeah, we got knocked out in the quarterfinal. They were okay with that. It's this one that is my big worry. We're not going to get relegated, I don't think. I'd be very surprised if we get relegated. So we're going to keep the job, but I want to be in the top 7. And I need to win tonight against Celtic to maintain some sort of credibility here. And when we were on that run, this run here, we were flying, and I was like definitely the right man for the job in the board's eyes. We've slightly gone down in their estimation as it stands. So we have 3 big games to play tonight. We're going to start with the game against Genoa. I want to have a look at the data hub briefly, and I'm going to go to our last 5 matches. Lots of positives. In the last 5 games, there's just been 1 assist. So I don't see that as a negative. McKinney is a weak influence, apparently. And oppositional final third entries, 111 of the 238 occasions we've allowed them into the attacking third has come from central positions. This never changes. But I can see there's a lot of stuff going out wide. Ton of stuff going out wide. There is stuff up the middle, and I guess it's 50-50. There's probably more down the middle, so playing narrow is the right thing. In terms of the positives, we just keep doing what we're doing. But for me, a data hub doesn't give me any clues as to what we might have done wrong. And good to hear you're good, Andy. Nice to see you back, my friend. And so we're just going to play as we should. And we're going back because I do remember telling the guys to trust the process. I was disappointed in that game that they created so many chances but didn't score, and I do remember clicking that button. You were poor tonight, but the chances we created, if you trust the process, we'll recover. And then I changed the tactic, so I told the team basically to trust the process, and then I didn't. And so we're going to go back to what we were doing and trust the process and see what happens when we play the process. I do know that William is his form is desperate, and it's probably a good idea. Not William, who's the goalkeeper? Hyan Hal, and probably best to leave him on the bench. 6.3, 6.8. He had a good game there. 6.5. My assistant had actually told me to criticise him. We'll see if my assistant wants me to put him back. But this is a game we should be winning. And we need to let them know we should be winning, I think. I don't want to hit early crosses. And yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And he hasn't told me to take Rizzo out. He's gone along with that. And we'll ask him to update me on opposition instructions. Tea lady. Hi David, how are you doing, my friend? I did realise when you posted that comment, Andy, how that might sound. It didn't. I mean, I've got to be careful here. It didn't come out as it was meant to. I know where you're coming from, Andy. Oh boy, I get myself into trouble sometimes. Oh boy. So we will. I've got to focus now, Andy. Forget about hot dogs. Focus on the game. Have I got the sound on, I wonder? Hopefully not. No, I have. So we'll go and turn the sound off. So I've been playing with this, of course, when I did the video. So when I was playing through those 15 games, I did not want to be playing in comprehensive or full highlights. So I was adjusting that once I'd got control of the game. Okay, so we'll... No, we don't never press. It's always a very silly instruction. And I don't know why you can't tell your assistant we don't do that, so don't suggest it. and he's changing things, but we're going to take that out. We are good enough to press. Yeah, I think we need to tell them that we're favourites for a reason. But I am going to keep morale going. I trust you to make the difference. I'm going to lie to them again. And, well, you'll have to watch the video, Ben. Does your manager need a holiday? And, yeah, I did say something that Andy picked up on about hot dogs. So let's have a good result today, boys. Let's play well, trust the process, and see if we can't get ourselves back into good shape. At the moment it's quite dire, nothing's going on here. I'm just going to check this as I want it. Nobody's actually causing anybody any hassle in the first 6 minutes. It's all very much a big game of chess there. Oof, Moretti, come on, son. Hopefully, I'm so desperate that we get back on track soon. It's been an absolute nightmare of 3 episodes. But if we can do it, now is the time we need to do it with Celtic around the corner. Oof, almost. I've even given Pineda a rest because Celtic's round the corner. Look, has been playing all right. There's no reason why he can't play up front. So hopefully this is a team that can win. And we're dominating at the moment. But that's not going to help. And sorry. That is not going to help. So I think we'll tell him, yeah, he's already told to shoot less often. They are kind of doing their own thing at the moment. They're not as they were. They're not listening to instructions particularly well. It might come back if we get ourselves on a bit of a run. But when that run is going to come, again, we caught out of position here. Good tackle. Another good tackle. Well done, Agarashi. Nicely done. So good defensive performance, lads, and a couple of goals in the back of the net, and we'll be laughing. Oh. I'm wondering about this instruction, work the ball into the box. Is it working? Because we're getting a lot of these 6-yard things where the ball's going into the box and we're not getting on the end of it. And I wonder if we're allowing them to regroup. Oh, you should have scored there. You should have scored. There's no doubt you should have scored there. And this might be a problem that we're getting into the box, trying to get too close to the goal when trying to score, instead of just having a shot. And another miss. Oh boy, is this going to be one of those days again? Come on, boys, come on. Let's drop them a bit of encouragement. Come on. Come on, boys. We desperately need a couple of wins back to back. Are we going to get them? I don't know. But I do believe that sometimes you don't change the tactic. You just accept the couple of oh God. Accept the couple of he's missed. They're as bad as us. You accept the couple of defeats, and then I've pulled the line back a little bit today. Oh no, maybe I should be playing with a higher line. I wanted to pull the line back a little bit today. So maybe you just accept a couple of defeats. Don't mess with the tactic, but if you tell them we're going to trust the process, then trust the process. I don't know. We'll see tonight if that's indeed the case. I do believe that team talks have a much more impact on what you're doing in FM24. So maybe that is what's happened. Now, this fullback needs to come onto a support duty. He is. Because they are playing heck with me down that side. Whereas with fullback on attack, they're not attacking particularly well. And maybe we've got to tight mark someone on that side. So we'll have a look now. There's 2 or 3 times they've broken down that side. Aaron seems to be the one who's causing the most problems. So maybe if we get him tight marked, then that might solve the problem. Let's get him tight marked, and then hopefully that takes him out of the game. We just need, come on boys, we just need 1 goal and then we're off and running. The floodgates will open, I'm absolutely certain of it. But if you don't get the goal, we haven't got a bad shots on target ratio. Just one of them needs to go in. Offside. I can't see any other problems. They're attacking mostly down the middle. Oh, that was good, Malero. In all fairness to him, it wasn't the greatest free kick I've ever seen. But it does seem like we're, I don't know, we're not quite recovered yet, are we? Even though we've gone back to... What's our trigger press like? Much more often. I think I'm going to keep the line much higher. We are at home. We've got enough pace back there. And so we should be... One of the things I'm concerned about is we have 2 18-year-olds at centre-back. So that obviously is an area of concern. But they're both doing okay at the moment. I think it was Pirola who missed that header early on that nearly gave the game away. But we got away with that, so hopefully we're doing all right at the back. And they certainly don't seem to be causing too many problems. Moretti's in a good forward position. And his position on the field is very nice. So it's actually going very well, except we can't score a goal. Oh, that looks like a red card to me. They usually end in a red card when I get those. Yes, it's a red card. So now we need to think about how we're going to take advantage of that. Well, one of the things that I have to do... Oh, brilliant. At least he got a corner. One of the things that I have to do is raise the tempo. I don't want to counter press just yet. We'll just raise the tempo, start running them around a little bit. Hey Eric, how are you doing? Good to see you. Do I want to take another draw? No, I don't want to draw at home to Genoa. I want us to win this game, so we'll just be patient for a moment. And we'll just keep plugging away. We get to 60 minutes, I might think about going attacking. Especially as they are going to tire. And if we're dominating the game, might as well go attacking. But I find it really difficult to play against 10 men. I don't know about you guys. I find it very, very difficult to play against 10 men. Not quite sure how to approach it. Suggestions would be welcome. You've got to play at a higher tempo. You've got to move them around. So short passing, move them around. Yeah, we will do that. I haven't thought about the inside forward being narrower. We could try him, sit narrower. But we will do the wing back stuff later on. We've got one on attack. But their attacks have come down the right-hand side, visually at least, the dangerous one. So I don't want the left wing back on attack at the moment. This is where they have caused the problems for me. So I don't want him on attack at the moment. Later in the game, yes, but not quite yet. I mean, it's most important that we don't lose this game, but it's also quite important that we win it. And it's just going to take, I think it's going to take a mistake by the opposition, because we're not good enough to carve them open. But I need the opposition mistake, a penalty, a free kick, or whatever it is. And we've got a lot of bodies in the box. I am thinking that that might be the key, is to take that instruction off, work the ball into the box. Oh, I do honestly think that might be the key. Because we're getting tons of bodies in the box and we're just not connecting properly. So I am going to take that off and just see how that works. Just let them off the leash for 15 or 20 minutes. And I'm not happy with the performance. I agree with the assistant. And I think I'll leave it at that. I don't need to tell them any other stuff than that. I am not happy. I do want to go to my assistant and see what he makes of it. But we really should be winning games like this. And not winning them is not helping our cause at all. Come on, referee. The defence is playing well. But it's up front where it's a mess. And it's that final creative pass. How many chances have we created? 11. Our XG is good compared with, considering we haven't scored. Is it just a matter of time? Do I have to go more attacking? If I go more attacking, though, I increase the risk of a breakout goal. So the timing of that might be important. And that is not good enough. And that's the danger, isn't it? That they now start taking shots from everywhere. Maybe hit early crosses might be the secret, but that was better. We had more space when taking the shot then. I'm going to demand more. We're keeping the ball very well. At 60 minutes, I will change something. I'm not quite sure what, though. Because I don't want to change too much, because I've told them to trust the process. And this is the danger. If you don't score, this will happen. They'll slam one from a free kick into the top corner. So it might just be substitutions are needed. Ben Seguir is terrible. Gluck is terrible. Defence is very good, apart from Igrashi. So let's make some changes. Let's be proactive. Let's get rid of some of these boys. Ugh, my bench is looking terrible. Miretti can go up top. Rabiot can come in here. Molero is playing well. Gluck is like an idiot. Oh, but I haven't got Dusan on the bench, have I? So he's going to have to continue. I'm just going to have to tell him. Let's have a look at Gluck. Is there anything I can use? His concentration's not bad. His work rate isn't great. So I could possibly tell him I want more out of him. Luz is not having the greatest of games. Agrashi has to come off. So I will bring Danilo on. Let's leave it at that for now. And we'll give them 10 more minutes to try and get this game won. We'll tell Gluck. I can't yet. We'll tell Gluck that I want more from him. It's just not happening. Just not happening. They're defending really deep. I can see that. Throwing more bodies forward, is that going to actually help us? I don't think so. Yeah, of course, they are trying to hit us on the counter-attack. I know what they're going to try and do. Yeah, possibly. Possibly, Andy. They do look like they're unsure of themselves. Very unsure of themselves. And I'm not sure that going attacking is the answer. But I am going to ask Danilo to go on attack. I can't push anyone else up. Rabiot is already on an attack. Luz is not playing particularly grand. I'm not sure I want him on an attack duty. There'd be too many people attacking. And if they are looking for that extra pass, trying to walk the ball into the net because they're unsure of themselves. It might be an idea to actually go back to a balanced mentality and try and draw them out. But this is all nonsense. That's just saying whatever. The fact that they're flashing it over the bar, hitting the post, is all nonsense. It's just telling you something is not working. Change something. It's limited in what it can show you. So you've got to figure out what's not working. I'm going to increase the passing directness. Pass into space. And go a little bit wider. Take that off, take that off. And I might consider going balanced. I mean, there's two banks there which are struggling to get through. So if we can get it over the top. We've got plenty of forwards in advanced positions. If we can get a ball over the top, that might be the secret. So adjusting the passing directness. Box-to-box midfielder is underrated, Riza. In my other save, I've had a box-to-box midfielder. They're quite underrated roles. The DLP is quite crucial in this tactic. It's a very crucial role. A Gluck is now on a 6.4. I'm going to have to put one of the youngsters on. Giacomo, who is he? He's nervous anyway, so he's only got finishing a 10. So no, we're going to have to put Mikel up there. I don't have any other options. That's again trusting your trust your assistant manager, and that's what he'll do to you with the bench. And Salazar and Malario can come in here, and I'll bring Salazar on there. Everybody else is doing all right. And now I am going to go attacking. We have to try and get that goal. I have to take the risk. I find it very, very difficult to actually break down. Once they get a man sent off, I find it very difficult to win. And sometimes I play better myself when I have a man sent off. Go on, let's into the box. Oh, I'm happy to see he didn't take a shot from that angle, which he usually does, and hits the corner flag. I have no idea what else I can do to get this goal. Thinking of moving one of my centre-backs up to an attacking position in the last 5 minutes. But I am always conscious that they will just break away and score in attacking mode. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. Come on, boys. Let's give them some encouragement. Let's not be too hard on them. I mean, they haven't been in the game. We've just not been able to break them down. The only other thing I can think of now, I don't want to come off now. What I want to do is drop the line back to a mid-block. See if that will help us in the last 10 minutes, to see if that can pull them out. And see if we can't get the ball over the top then. The last thing to try that I know of. Just pull the line back, bring them out, and see if we can't hit them with a ball over the top. But I also want to counter press them now. Fagioli is tired. Hey, Leroy, how are you doing? It's not worked. A 0-0 draw. Again, making adjustments doesn't seem to make any difference at the moment. Unless we get a late goal, we're screwed. I can't see this late goal coming. They look, Andy's right, they look like they're unsure of themselves. They look like they're taking that extra pass. Nobody wants the responsibility. Andy's right, that's what they look like. Whereas previously everybody wanted the responsibility of scoring. But it's just not going to go in for us. Let's go very attacking. And we'll add one more. Well, this isn't like this message. It looks like they are trying to send in low crosses. They haven't been in our half. How does he know that? They haven't been anywhere near my penalty area. So how does he know it looks like they're trying to cross low? He's a better man than me, the assistant manager. How do you know that? How many times we hit the post and the bar? 3 times. That's how you know. It's not come together. It's not come together yet. One last corner, is it? Oh, free kick. One last free kick. Straight at the goalkeeper. Oh, boy. Who would ever play this game? My team of world beaters have turned into the worst team in the league. There's nothing else I could think of to do. Everything I know, I mean, look at that. Everything I know I've tried, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. There's nothing more you can do. But I just don't know where my team went. Where did you go, boys? Slumberland? Hey, Arda. Oh, I will be leaving. Yes, dreadful result. I think they have to be told that was not good enough. I will be leaving in 8 weeks, Arda. And I will be away for 7 weeks. So 10th. It is interesting that when I ran those 15 tests, 10th was the position that it always pretty much ended up around. It is interesting, shall we say. 15 tests, 15 wins against Panathinaikos, always ending 9th or 10th. It's just very interesting. So do we have a rest here? I need to rest them. Two position underdog. I mean, I don't know why we're not winning these games. I really don't know why, but like I said, we're just going to trust the process. It will recover at some point. The game always does. What I do know is there is a way to break it, but I can't find it. That's what I know. Most of the time... Oh, that's all right. He's only 16-year-old. Thought that was another long-term injury. Most of the time, as you saw very earlier on when we were at Juventus, I can make decisions and change the game around. For some reason, I can't at the moment. But I've got to trust the game will just turn that around at some point. Nothing I can do about it. No, I was at Bournemouth and I won some games at Bournemouth. Bournemouth was a disaster. And then I managed to win 3 games out of 5 and drew 2. And then suddenly Juventus decided I was the right man for their job. It was weird. All the moves have been extremely weird. Very, very strange. So I don't know what's going on, to be honest, in this save. I've been with Notts County. That was really good for a while, and then suddenly it absolutely went out of control. We started losing everything, lost the dressing room, and then got headhunted by Bournemouth. And within 3 days, I was at Bournemouth. Started okay at Bournemouth. Then it all went pear-shaped, and exactly the same thing happened. Within 3 days, I was at Juventus. Very, very strange. I've not seen that too often, where the club offer you an interview, you go to the interview, and 3 days later, you're the manager. I don't see that very often. So it's a very, very strange save that we're into here. But we can beat it. It's just figuring out what is going on and why. Palladino. No, I might need him. I might need Palladino. In fact, he'll probably play from the start in this game. None of my business who other teams hire. Bruised ankle. Brilliant. Injuries coming in now. I've got the biggest game ever. Hal, yeah, I agree with that. Cambiasso, yeah. Gluck, Chiesa and Dusan. I don't have any problems with that. We'll go with that. But, Mr. Assistant, you are not screwing up my bench. And I do need to find out how many subs I'm allowed. Five subs from 12. Because you are not doing that to me anymore. So, Zanoli. Where's the left back? Danilo. Where's the... Yeah, okay. Bremer. Rabiot's probably going to be fit enough to go on the bench. So, Igrashi... McKinney, and who's this Aras? Locatelli, Seguir, Salazar, Molero, and Campbellat. Desperate need of a squad playing striker. If Dusan's out of form, we're screwed, and he is out of form at the moment. The big game. We are a goal behind after an absolutely dreadful, shabby performance in the first leg. We've got to go away and try and win this game. I'm going to play positive. Like I said, I'm going to trust the process, see what happens. And if it is, trust the process, it'll work. If it's not, then I got that wrong as well. But I cannot for the life of me figure out what has gone wrong. It's not the tactic. We've changed the tactic twice, and it still hasn't made any difference. So we're going back to what we were doing before. Currently underpaid. Got a problem with that, have you? See you later. Don't complain to me about being underpaid. I'm not being pressured into making those decisions. So let's go to this tactical meeting then. Bremer, is he thinking he's fit? Is he fit? Yeah, it looks fit to me. We'll go along with that. But he'll change my bench, so I'll do it later myself. Balanced. Yeah, let's do it. And I'm not doing much shorter passing. Balance positive later. Bremer can come in. And for Pirola. What did I do there? Wrong button. Oh, come on, boys. We can beat Celtic. We can. Trust yourselves. We'll keep doing for the beginning and just hope we score a goal this time. At some point, the game's got to let me score a goal. But I have no idea what is going wrong. Let's show them who we really are. They will not be expecting you to be a good team. Let's show them who we really are. After the last performance, they'll be expecting a bunch of boys from the car park to turn up. So let's go out there, get a couple of goals early. And we can still win this. Even though we're a goal behind, we can still win this. The board will not be happy if we go out of the competition at this stage. I think they want at least the quarterfinal. And to be fair, Juventus in the Europa League, it should be at least the quarterfinal. There should be no excuses. And the game has let me win the Panathinaikos game when we were a dreadful team. So it still let me win that. Now it's my job to try and win this one. It's not going to let me win this one. It is interesting, though, when I ran those 15 tests, that every single time, in all the messing that was going on, we beat Panathinaikos. Every single time, 15 out of 15. There was no random button in there. It was like... that was a given. But they're not going to give me this one. We're going to have to try and figure it out. Oh, Moretti. Let's tell him. He does like a shot, doesn't he? So let's tell him to shoot less of it and wait till you're in the penalty area, you idiot. He was shooting a lot early on, but most of them were going in. Now he's shooting, they're not going in. So tell him not to. We haven't got the match momentum. We've got the possession, but not the match momentum. Oh, he's got injured. And we've got an injury as well. Both injured. Have a look at the hearts. Yeah, he's injured. Is he going to recover, though? Yeah, he's recovering. Not fully. Be interesting to see what his natural fitness is. 13. He should recover fairly quickly from knocks. We'll keep an eye on that. Where's the off-the-ball movement, boys? There was space in here. Let's have some movement, boys. Oof. I'm going to play him as an advance forward. I still tell him to roam from position. Just give him freedom to run about up there. Might also play him as a complete forward in the second half. Give him some freedom not to obey the rules. Oh. How much do I have to pay you, FM, for you to let me score a goal? How much money do you want? Good Lord. Come on, boys. Come on. Someone stick the ball in the net. We're dominating these games. I haven't got any better players. Oh, Luz, for goodness sake. Let's berate them. This is not good enough. What is the game telling me? How do I solve this? How do I solve this? Does anybody have any ideas? How do I solve this? What is the game trying to tell me? We're absolutely dominating the game again. Oh dear, oh dear. I have no idea what to do. Just carry on and see what happens. Langstaff, sign Langstaff. I mean, what would you guys do if this is happening to you? What would you do? When everything that you try and do in game doesn't work, and they can't hit a barn door from if it fell on them, and they're dominating every single game, what would you do? Oh, that's what you do. You score a goal. We're back in this match. Finally, I was just about to commit suicide. Finally, Gluck has come up with a goal. Bloodshed in Woking, but it's been averted. Finally, Gluck, who was dreadful in the last game, has finally come up with the goal. And now it's 1-1. This is where now I'm going to have to earn my corn. Because one thing's for sure, they're going to come at us now. They've been stung. We don't want to panic at this stage, but I also don't want them getting back into the game quickly. Who was that idiot? We're totally outclassing them. We've got a very good shots on target ratio, but it's 1-0, as you know, is never enough. Come on. Chance, come on, make a chance. Create a chance. Ooh. Let's win this. Oh, Cambiasso that time. He suffered a gashed upper leg. Well, taking him off, is that going to make him better? No, it's not. As long as he's got some puff, we'll leave him on. What we could do is help him a little bit. Oh, for goodness sake. This is nothing like... I think FM has switched my players. It's nothing like the team I had in the beginning. Oh. And my goalkeeper now suddenly can't hold the ball. I told you he's dreadful. He has to be sold. He's 4 games now out of the last 5 he's played. He's been absolutely awful. I don't know why he let the assistant pick him. What is going on? They have to have some tellings off here. Out of nothing, that was. Again, a team... Again, they haven't been in our half, really. We haven't seen a highlight from them. They haven't been in our half. This game is so annoying sometimes. Maybe we were just doing too well and it wasn't allowed to do that well. Maybe that's it. You have, whoa, steady on. You were going to win the title at that rate. So maybe it's just said, no, you're not doing that. But there's no explanation and no way out as far as I can see until the game decides, yep, you're allowed now. Two shots, 2 goals. I give up. I absolutely give up. This is the most absurd save I've ever seen. I thought Burnley was bad, but now I really do give up. Oh, boy. I really have no idea what to do. No idea. And that might make me a poor manager, but I have tried everything now. Tried everything. And unless somebody comes up with something that... and don't tell me change the tactic. I've done that twice. And that didn't result in anything either. This is the most absurd save I've ever come across in my life. We have to go attacking now. And I have to throw the water bottle at them. And I don't care if you're upset. Anxious, furious. Well, yeah, you're doing all right. Well, let's give some of these individuals. Dusan. You've not been good enough. Moretti. Your mistake cost us a goal. That's not acceptable. Ayala. You weren't that bad, but you can improve. Who's this guy looking stressed? Oscar Gluck. You're playing well. Keep it up. This, I mean, they want this game to be a simulation, but it's not. It's nowhere near a simulation. And I keep saying this, but people keep telling me, yeah, it is. It's a simulation. This is nowhere near a simulation. Are we going to get a red card now? Good Lord. This would not happen in real life. These things would not happen in real life. My ability to change the game in-game would not suddenly disappear. I was changing all the games. That's why we got that string of results, because we were changing things in-game. And suddenly that ability, my ability, has been taken off me. I didn't lose it. The game took it off me by saying, it stops now. That's what happened. I have to risk the game now. Everybody's going on attack. we have to risk the game. Didn't I email you back about that, Neil? I'm sure I wrote back to you about that one. I'll check my email box after. I mean, this is just... it's painful to watch. My team have just decided not to play. And that's what happened at Notts County, and it happened at Bournemouth. It's the weirdest save ever. I thought Burnley was bad, but this is outrageous. But I'm absolutely sure if I go on holiday, the results will be different. And that's why I was questioning in that video. Do you need just to send yourself on holiday and let the assistant manager get on with it? And the results in that video are suggesting yes. Because while I'm at the game, they're not playing. When the assistant manager is managing, they turn up and they're getting good results. So I think the answer is go on holiday. And I'm just wondering, have they factored this into FM24? The results seem to suggest they have. Even when I was turning up at the game for 10 minutes and then going off to the pub, the results were better than when I was actually managing it for 90 minutes. If I go on holiday, these results would have been better. I think that's been factored in. I'm absolutely sure of it. Because there's nothing I can do. And I'm not even trying anymore. Because it's just a waste of time. One of yours, Neil, has been done, hasn't it? I really don't know what to do. One day the game will just... okay, now you can win again. That's how it works. I mean, I can't do any more. I'm on full attack here. I've got so many players on attack roles. My goalkeeper's had a stinker again. I told him once he's never playing again. This time I've got to stand by it. He's absolutely shocking. Better to play Rizzo. We'll bring on Rizzo just to let him know you're never playing again. Liz has been dreadful. While everybody else is on attack, he might as well be the one defensive player that I've got. Bremer, what a waste of space. Brought him back because he's the best defender we have, and he's proved himself to be an absolute nightmare. These two. Chiesa has to come off because he's injured. How many more have I got? Just... I need to bring two on. Gluck's playing well, though. Moliero can come on. Can't play as bad as he did last time, surely. You should never have to change your goalkeeper during a game, because his performance just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. You should never have to do that. Nobody's caused me any bother, really. They've hardly had the ball, from what I can see. Nightmare. I thought we were going to end the troubles tonight, but they're just beginning, aren't they? And these comments that just keep coming up here are really disconcerting. Pure footballing brilliance by Juventus. The game's having a laugh. And there's the replacement for my striker showing his class. Oh, God. Oh, God. I don't know, the game is punishing me for some reason. It's really punishing me. Well, that's a bit unfortunate, reckons. How are you doing? You should be happy you haven't got one. Save your money. What else can I do? What else can I do? I've got them all attacking. I've tried pulling the lines back. That didn't work last time. Well, at least Gluck's having a good game. I praised Gluck at half-time. Do you think that's what it might be? I've got to just praise them, even if they're crap. Is that what it might be? I don't want another draw, FM. I'll try that. I'll just praise them all. Even if they're rubbish, I'm going to praise them. I do know team talks are much, much more important in FM24 than they've ever been. I figured that out. Encourage them at this point. Let's encourage them then. See if praising them works. One more goal, we're back in it, but can you see it? Because I can't. I can't see that goal. Leave him as he is. Don't want him roaming around. Well, we did score a couple of goals, just my defence let me down, and my goalkeeper. There's the problem. The counter-attack. Third time they've been in my half. Oh, they're not going to get it. Attacking might be the wrong thing. What's wrong with having a girlfriend? Probably nothing, mate. Probably nothing. Maybe I just wouldn't want one at my age. I wouldn't be able to keep one. I'm on the computer playing FM all day. I wouldn't be able to keep one. Very expensive, Neil. I have heard they're the third most expensive thing that you have. The house is first, the car is second, and this will be a goal. Every time a defender does that, it usually results in a goal from the set piece. I'll be very surprised if this is not a goal. Okay, so I'm surprised it's not over yet, though. I know what I'm gonna. Last thing I'm gonna try. Let's get stuck into them because they're tired, lacking energy. Get stuck in. That's probably not a good idea then. Although that hasn't come into effect yet. We've got 5 minutes to rescue this, boys. I very much doubt that, Space Cadet. Why does when you shout at them, why does it take so long to appear? That's the other thing. 6 minutes, come on. Encouraging them isn't helping. So much for comprehensive highlights, so they're not going to allow a highlight in those 6 minutes. Oh, 1. When I want the game to end, when I'm actually holding on to a lead, you get highlight after highlight after highlight. Oh, what a nonsense this is. Trust the process, eh? I don't trust the game at the moment, let alone the process. That's it then. That was the last chance. No, there's going to be another one. No, there isn't. It's just end of game. Let's be nice. We'll try being nice to them instead of being nasty. See if that works for the next game. But the board are not going to be happy now. Kie's injured. How has he got a gashed leg and he's going to be out for 2 weeks? Must have been a nasty cut. Especially as my assistant said he should be able to play through it. So, how's it looking now? Still not right. This is horrid. All you need, there's lots of videos on that. I've a video on creating a tactic, doing all the things that you need to do. Just look for that in FM24 tips and tricks. I think it's called How to Create an Unstoppable Tactic Every Time. But why you would listen to me at the moment, I don't know. Why anybody would take my advice, I don't know. Because I don't know what is going on in this save. I've never come across it before and I don't know how to deal with it. It does look that way, Eric, doesn't it? It does look that way. And Alonso has said that he's staying. Whether he's telling the truth or not is another matter. So where are Sassuela? Just above us. I can't see us winning this. They're not playing well enough. I have to drop Dusan. I know that. I have to drop the goalkeeper. He's never playing again. I've told him that before and I let him off. And Dusan has to be finished. If you're a striker and you don't score goals, you have no value. Absolutely no value. But isn't that also the other thing, guys, about this save? Those of you who've been around for all this time, isn't that the other thing about this save? I've never had a striker who could score a goal. I know Andy's going to say Langstaff, but he used to go to sleep for 8 games, come back, score a hat-trick, and then go to sleep for 8 games. So that's the other odd thing about this entire save, is I've never had a striker who could score a goal consistently. I don't know why the game is doing this to me. It doesn't make any sense. What are the board? I mean, I'm surprised they haven't... Oh, God. Failed. The board are disappointed that the team only reached the round of 16. They're very disappointed about my signings. I'm not going to be able to manage this club for much longer. Question is, do I want to? Do I want to move again? Because it's going the same way as the others. So just get out. And hope that one of the clubs doesn't do exactly the same as all the other clubs. That's what it was, Andy, was it? Esposito, I know, is a good player, and I have tried to sign him, but couldn't. I know about that one. That's when I was with Bournemouth. I couldn't sign him. I don't know why. He didn't give me a reason. What am I doing here? I'm not allowed to praise Lanelli, am I? Not allowed to praise any of them. Okay. More restrictions on me. I also think there's tons of glitches in this game. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this team has to be cleared out, but we're not in a transfer window yet. We're in survival mode. We're only in March. We're in survival mode at the moment. And unless we start getting results, I'm not going to make it to the transfer window. So I just look focused on surviving. And is it like a new tactic every week? Is this going to make a difference? I don't know what to do. What should I do, boys? Try a different tactic again? Because going back and trusting the old tactic has clearly not worked. It's definitely not worked. So players need to come out here. Hi and Hall. Goodbye. And who is the other goalkeeper? Oh, I only have two, so he'll have to be on the bench. And Gluck can come onto the wing. Ben Sagir, do I trust him anymore? Probably not. I'm going to play Zalazar somewhere. Probably as the DLP. And Rabiot. McKinney, because Luz has been like an idiot. Bremer, I don't think he'll play badly again. Pirola is suspended, so I have to play. Moretti and Dusan can be on the bench. Fagioli also. And that's it. Let's go and see what happens. I can't do anything about that, reckons. Video caller. Oh, that's good. He's out for So I have to play others now. I never thought I'd be happy about him being injured, but I'm actually quite happy. Canpalat has his chance. Canpalat and Mikel are going to get their chance. Right, let's go and see what happens. But I remain totally pessimistic. I don't know what to do. I'm going to play positive. I've got enough attacking players to justify playing positive. And we'll see what happens. At some point, it has to let me win. At some point. Yeah, 2 draws. A draw's a draw, isn't it? They're not defeats. But we're supposed to be playing at a high tempo. It looks like they're crawling. When the opposition are running, they're running. When we have the ball, it looks like we're crawling. I can't sign anybody at the moment. There's no transfer window. And I've got no money anyway. I need to know. I need you guys to help me out. How am I going to get out of this mess? Perhaps I'm not. Perhaps that's what this save is all about. That I'm never going to get out of these messes. Because it's happened 3 times now. And maybe I'm never getting out of this mess. Because that was the way it was going at the other 2 clubs. They're just, all 3 clubs are just so similar. Call in the mafia. Absolutely. Is it the referee's fault, Andy? Oh, look at that. It's like it doesn't matter what I do, because if they do that, we're going to concede goals. That's a simple pass. I'm actually going to play for a draw. I'm going to put him on attack, on support. I just think I'll play for a draw. I'm going to go back to balanced. I'm going to pull the line back as well. Play for a draw. We'll hold on to the ball. I'll take that off. But generally I don't want them to take any risks. And just play for a draw, boys. I mean, we're being totally annihilated by this team. So we might as well just try and play for a draw. Look at the space. What is going on? Be nice. Let's encourage them. We've already got Palladino on a 6.5. Yeah, we're going to play for a draw. Just keep possession, control the ball. In fact, I'm going to tell them to hold their shape. Who is Martin Eric? We're closing him down, but still he's getting those passes away. Centre back, is he firing long balls? Is that what he's doing? We'll just grind this out. We'll go defensive in the second half. Well, that was a good shot as well. Look again. Come on, this is Juventus, not Burton Albion. Good Lord. They can't hit a barn door if it fell on them. Yeah, Bremer's having on a 7. He's having a better game. He is a good player and shouldn't be having runs of bad form. He should have the odd bad game, but shouldn't be getting runs of bad form. I'm going to go defensive. I don't want them getting too far forward. It's the last throw of my dice. Sometimes if you go defensive, you pull the teams out, leave space at the back. It's the last throw of my dice. And then the only thing I can think of, my video that I did on the weekend is correct. That you have to go on holiday. Berardi. I have no idea what this is. I don't know why the game is doing it. But after this, I think I might as well go on holiday for a while, because I can't get any results. See what my assistant manager can do. And if the tests are right that I've conducted, he'll do a lot better than me and probably turn the team around, and then I can come back then. Let's see. Let's play out of defence. That might help to slow it down as well. I don't think I want that get stuck in on either. Oh well. I've got to change it all now. Oh. So that's about it. Going defensive was my last option. I have totally run out of things now. I just gotta have to accept that I'm rubbish as a football manager. That's all I can do. Stop making videos because I don't know anything. You think it's too defensive and too slow? Well, let's go attacking. Let's go higher tempo. Let's counter press, counter. Push the line right up in their face. Let's change some of these roles. We'll go attacking. Wheel up the tempo. I just thought that perhaps going defensive might be the way out. But it's not. There is no way out. This happened in 3 clubs. Exactly the same. There is no way out. The only way out is through the door. Not very much. I've never had somebody who has been good enough to play as a Trek. That's a problem with that. I mean, the players that, Ben Seguir, he's not anywhere near good enough to play as a Trek. He can't play as an attacking mid, so he's not going to be good enough to play as a Trek. No shouts in this game. Yeah, I'm willing to listen to all suggestions. We'll change him to, but he's going to go on to a support role. And then that makes us less attacking, but we'll try it. I don't know. I've given up now. I can't think of anything else to try. Even when I raise the tempo, they're still walking. They don't look like they with the team that I took over. This is like losing the dressing room all the time. This is what this save is about. And all three teams have been exactly the same. And I've lost the dressing room here again. That's what it's telling me. They're not playing for me. But that's unrealistic, because a team that had just won 15 games on the trot is not going to suddenly stop playing for you. Totally unrealistic. I think I might take the underlap off, because that might be slowing them down. But it's just nonsense. It doesn't matter what I do. We can try as many things as we like. I've tried pulling the lines back. That just lost me the game. I've tried getting more bodies forward. That doesn't work either. I've tried changing the mentality. That doesn't work. I've tried changing the personnel. That doesn't work. There's only so many options I have. Only so many options I have, and if nothing works, nothing works. And you know, guys, that when you were watching Bournemouth, I felt powerless. There's no point in me even touching the mouse. When I came to Juventus, everything that I did, every change I make was brilliant. Now there's no point in me touching the mouse again. It's to do with the save. I just want to stop this save. Because you can't let the game take the piss out of you like this. You think so? We'll give that a shot then as well. Like, the amount of instructions these boys are getting doesn't help either. So we'll try attack down the wings. The game is not allowing me to score. The number of chances that we've created in these 3 games, we should have scored at least 10. Let's alter that then. Let's go fairly wide. I'm willing to try anything. But why did this work for 15 games? They've stopped playing. I've lost the dressing room. That's what this whole save is all about. And that is what happened at Bournemouth. It's what happened at Notts County. Suddenly I lost the dressing room. It's also now what's happening in my other save at Coritiba. I'm losing the dressing room there. That's what this save, both saves have come to. And I think that if you are successful, that's what the game does. Well, I'm going to make him less successful. You're not having an easy run. I'm going to make you lose the dressing room. And that's why it'll never be a simulation until they start solving these things. Well, I have to demand more because they're supposed to be playing at a high tempo. Let's go to standard passing. Here's the goal. They haven't been in my half, but this will be a goal. I actually think the game is just laughing at me. Look, Campbellette now is on a 6.4. The game's just having a laugh. Ha 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 ha. So I'm just going to resign, I think. And take my chances out there. Because I can't do this. I don't have a left winger, do I? I don't even know who those other boys are, so I can't put them on the pitch. I have no idea what it is. No idea, Lyra, what it is. No idea. I do remember that a little while ago in a match he told me to try much shorter passing. That was my assistant saying do much shorter passing. So let's go with that then. Let's try that. Maybe I've missed that instruction from the assistant. And we should, but if we're going to do that, we have to play narrow. Because they're never going to manage to pass it short when we're playing wide. It's just, I don't know. My most dangerous player is Zanoli. We've got to get the ball out to him. So come off that one. I don't know, give up. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't think I'm going to be buying FM25. If this is the standard of Football Manager, and if this is what it's become, I don't want to play FM25. And certainly if it's going to cost double the price for this nonsense, I think I don't want to. I've never seen anything so bad in all my life. Yeah, that's a good idea, Andy. And what I'm going to do is go on holiday for the next 3 games and do some more tests. Because I think the game is requiring you to go on holiday. So I don't know how to get this file out. I suppose I can upload it to my Google Drive. And then you can download it from there, can't you? That's a good idea, Andy. See what you guys can do with it. Look at that shot. Oh my goodness me. All right, what can I do here? Rabiot. Maybe you do have to change the tactic every single game. I don't know. I've tried everything. I've done that, been there, got the t-shirt. That didn't work either. Look at that. What is wrong with them? All I'm seeing is the players can't play football. He couldn't even control that ball. I mean, you've seen the results we had. We were unbeatable at that time. And my instructions, changes, stopped working. And that's losing the dressing room again. But why would you lose the dressing room when you've just won 15 games? If they're building FM25 on this match engine, then it's going to be the worst so far. Because this FM24 was, I believe, what they were building FM25 on, what Unity were using. The game engine was what Unity were using to make it better. So I think it'll be the worst so far. Because since FM22, it's just gone so far downhill that I don't recognize it from FM22. So we've pretty much done everything in this game. Changed the tactic, pulled the lines back, pushed the lines forward, changed the mentality. And nothing's worked. And I don't want another draw. If you're going to mess me about like that, I'd rather lose. I don't want another draw because that's just pure silliness. I mean, they're not a very good team. In all fairness, they're not a very good team. And because I was doing so well, maybe the game has pulled the plug on it. You're sorry, boys, you're not a very good team, and you're not allowed to do that. So maybe that's what it is, simple as that. And now it's got to drag me down the table to where I'm supposed to be. And then the game will decide, okay, now you can take part. I don't know, but nothing I do seems to work. But I do know that when I went on holiday during those saves or didn't turn up at the match, the results were better. So I have no idea. But it's a good idea, Andy. I will put the save up on and let you guys download it and see if you can turn this around. And I'm going to do some more holiday experiments. Because this is just nonsense. And I'm willing to bet the first time I go on holiday, I'm going to get win, draw, win. This is losing the dressing room stuff. And when it's happened at 3 different clubs now for no reason, it's just a game trigger. And that is not making me very happy. Because what it's trying to do is get me into the same rubbish that we went through with Notts County and with Bournemouth. And I'm not doing it. Let's have a look at the jobs. Coventry. Could be worth going to Coventry. We'll wait for something bigger to come up. But this is ridiculously stupid. This does not happen. I mean, everything I did worked absolutely fabulously. And now look. And what I'm seeing on the pitch is the dressing room is gone. I know Rabiot wants to leave. I know why it's happened at Coritiba, because Helinho has got upset because he only played 10 games out of 12. And the whole team are supporting him and he wants to leave and I have to sell him. That's why it's happened at Coritiba, but there's no reason why it should happen here. You're failing to impress a number of players with your performance as a manager. It's the dressing room again. That's what it is. It's the dressing room again. And I'm not doing it anymore. Okay, guys, so that's it for this episode. I think we'll look for another job. And hopefully one club that we go to will not lose the dressing room after 15 straight victories or something stupid. But thanks for coming along, guys. This save is depressing me more and more and more every time. I'm going to do some more going on holiday experiments because I firmly believe that that's what it is. The team will recover. I showed that in the tests. And I'll leave you guys the save and I'll leave a link to it when I'll post a community post with the save in it. So I'll see you guys, some of you possibly for Coritiba, although that's going in the same direction. Losing the dressing room there. It just seems so easy to lose the dressing room. And then I'll see the rest of you when we come back on, when is it? What day is it today? Sunday? I have no idea what day it is. Tuesday. We come back on Tuesday. Maybe. Okay, guys. Thanks for coming along. Take care. Have a good night. And we'll see you soon.